Rock music is all about image, and these days bands rely on videos to give them constant media exposure. Back in the 70s, though, there's only really still photography, and the man who defined the 70s era was a photographer called Mick Rock. Now, you've probably seen all his photographs on album covers and in magazines, but now you can see them in an exhibition in the big city. Mick Rock played around with cameras as a Cambridge undergraduate before becoming David Bowie's personal photographer. One of the most prolific of the 1970s, his work was instrumental in shaping the images of a chart full of icons. Mick Rock, your surname, is that just a fortuitous event, or have you renamed yourself for the business?
No, it is a fortuitous event, actually.
You are called Mick Rock, that's it?
I'm called a lot of things, but my mother, my parents christened me Michael David Rock.
So how did you get into the business of photography? Because your degree was in modern languages.
It was, yes.
Wasn't it?
I suddenly became very visually orientated at some point, and I picked up a camera and started mucking around. And it was really as simple as that.
But how come you managed to take photographs, particularly of people like Bowie, before they'd made it? I mean, is it just that you're a very good talent spotter?
Oh, I'd never thought of it like that. I never thought of it like that. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I followed my nose. I followed what attracted me.
One of the many glam rock stars that Mick photographed was Steve Harley of Cockney Rebel. As Mick's first London exhibition opened with a launch party this week, Harley was reunited after the photographer's years in exile in New York.
No matter how still we all are in these pictures, there's animation. It always got you moving. Your hands, your eyes. He always used to say, do this, you know, tease. He would tease. He's an interesting guy, very interesting man. He looks like Frankenstein, but takes beautiful heavenly pictures.
I think he looks like Lou Reed.
He's a cross between Lou Reed and Lurch.
He was virtually living with these people night and day. You have to become part of these people's lives. Otherwise, you just won't get their trust and respect. And it's obvious that he managed to do that. You can just tell from the pictures. David Bowie could have worked with anybody at that point. He was such a significant figure, and Mick Rock was the only person that he would have around for virtually an 18-month period. Nobody else could photograph him. So all the classic Ziggy Stardust images are by Mick Rock.
Now, this infamous shot taken on the 1972 Ziggy Stardust tour seems innocuous enough today, but it was one of the key images of the glam rock era. On the receiving end of Bowie's guitar licks is Spider from Mars, Mick Ronson.
Which is so many exciting memories. I mean, it was such an exciting time. You know, the buzz and everything else about that time was just fantastic. Everybody was having such a good time all the time.
Where were you when this one went on then?
Well, that's John. I was making a tea out the back. The rest of the guys from the Pistols used to really like those suits so much that they went down there one night and mixed them all with a band.
The thing that also strikes me about Mick Rock is that everybody he photographed is nuts. You know, he's got Bowie, he's got Iggy.
I think Mick Rock must have probably ended up being nuts by the time he
I just had a word with him and he's definitely nuts.
I think I was clearly attracted to certain kinds of people when I look back. I think, because they were all way out of order.
Looking at all these photographs now, I really get the impression that...
Right, I wasn't really all that good after all, I know, and it's overrated.
Well, in a way, it's like you're like the #1 fan. You know, you're...
I was a fan. That's true. I love them all.
I have heard among this clan, you are called the Forgotten Man.
Is that what they're saying? Or did you ever? What a swell part of the hills.
Mick's exhibition is at the Bedales Gallery in Bedale Street. It's on until April the 1st and admission is free.